I can only imagine, also, what your family was going through. But I want to exalt that you are using this and sharing this as a warrior and not as a victim. And all of this path leads you to create Soul Lab for many years. So please share a little bit more, and then I gotta ask your mom about her dark night of the soul, because you just shared with us, right? But your mom sent us, her bio and everything, and she had the dark night of the soul, and then boom, 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 she shares all the things she created from that. But I want to know about that. So keep sharing, Ananda, please.
Thank you. First of all, thank you, Yvonne. Coming from you especially, it means a whole lot for me. Yeah, that's how I was confronted with that point. And for me, I hear you talk, and it's like I can see it maybe from the outside now, right? I can recognize that, but it felt so natural at that point, because that's what I've been given as tools while I was growing up. So I will be always immensely, infinitely thankful for everything I've received from other lives, and this one especially. So yes, that's how I come to that point, and I ask myself, if I'm going through this, what are all the other people doing? How are all the other people navigating life and navigating diseases and navigating everything that happens? If maybe, and I was obviously aware that the majority do not have access or have not maybe searched for all the information I just had lying before me, and I had my whole life heard just by living in my house and being there. So the Soul Lab is that platform first where I wanted to bring together all the healers that I personally had to know, and be like this guarantee sign, like, like the hotels have leading hotels of the world. Like, how do you guarantee that the healer you are choosing is of quality, is a person that is really there for you, for you to serve you, and is an intimate person that will really do the best because it has the preparation he or she needs, and will really be able to lead you. Everybody nowadays can have really quickly a coaching certification. Everybody can be a yoga teacher. We can all do everything, which is amazing. But we're talking here about your life, about your soul, about your spirit. And for me, that's something very sensitive. And you really need something prepared by your side. So I wanted to create this global network of healers, of a handful, not a handful, a whole lot more, of exclusively curated selection of healers all over the world, where you can feel secure, where you can have the confidence that you're encountering a whole person that will really be there for you. And also be an inspiration, and use myself as an example to inspire, to be my vision, or what I really try to do is, and I don't know, like, I would love for everybody to feel this enthusiasm for spirituality, for a conscious lifestyle, for everything that goes far beyond the tangible. And so I wanted to be able to give this tricks and tips and tools and everything you can really use, and make it more digestible. Maybe a person won't read the whole book about something I really felt amazing, and I can give like a summary, or just take the essence, the quintessence of that book, and pass it on, and maybe that person will be inspired to really read it. So I wanted to print at the beginning for my generation and younger people, to make it more digestible. That a lot of, there are a lot of myths and a lot of ridiculizations of a whole lot of words we use, like
exactly.
Even spirituality. People, I believe, really maybe don't know what's really behind it. So I wanted to demystify the principal words, so that we know what we're talking about really, and we don't fall into ridiculizing all that, and we can really open ourselves up to that world.
Wow, the clarity that you have, it's just right there. It's incredible. And I love what you're doing, like you kind of are a translator of the ancient wisdom, applying it into modern terms with quality for the implementation of the modern times, correct?
I love it. I love that. Yes, that's what I feel deep inside.
Yeah, because I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I've always had a challenge. That's why they say I'm like a spiritual teacher. I am a spiritual teacher, but I'm not the typical spiritual teacher because I want sage myself throughout or sage away my pain. I will go through the pain and then I may add sage. I
Yes.
don't want to skip any of the human component. And I love that you say quality. This is so important for people because it is so true. That's a pet peeve of mine. But you put it so eloquently that anybody can have now a certification. They get in the program online and they get a diploma and they're like, everybody's a coach these days. Have you noticed? It's coach this, coach that, coach for how to put your shoes. Coach, it's coach, but the quality comes from the experience. The
Yes.
quality comes from years of service. The quality comes from the clarity of commitment of who you're serving, how you're helping them, and the results you want to create for them, and the ease that you want to bring to them, and the clarity. And in your case, the simplicity, the translation. Let's understand. Let's stop ridiculizing. Let's stop, making fun of this. Let's understand it. And I love that you said also something called enthusiasm. Actually, today, a memory of mine came up in one of the social media channels of Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson used to say that enthusiasm is the most important aspect for a soul that will change the world.
Wow.
Without enthusiasm, you can have positive mindset, you can have all the training, you can have all the skills, and without the enthusiasm, this is I believe this is a virtue that now a lot of our humanity needs to remember, needs to retake into their experience. So I love that you brought it, and definitely each time I'm with you, you are the embodiment of that. So with that enthusiasm, you open the Soul Lab. And what is it? Is it an online portal? Is it a place in Peru? Is it How are you operating it?
I had the dream of having a physical place. Like my mother started very early to have this. I had this vision of this amazing house where you entered and you felt home, and you had the therapy rooms and the community work, coffee, something like that, and the yoga studio and whatever you can imagine. And that would be maybe a dream for something in the future. But then I detoured a little bit to open the crystal shop, and then it
Oh
was
yeah, I remember.
and
Actually, I was gonna go. Remember, I was gonna go to Peru. We
yeah,
were all going to be together. We had no clue. I began to have these dreams, like, oh my gosh, these. You began to have this challenge. We didn't know that what God was telling us is like, Girls, stay here.
it.
A pandemic is coming.
It's amazing when we look back and we know the universe was sending us all the signs.
All of them.
Yeah, and it was an amazing journey. Obviously, I grew so much from it. I learned so much. That was what I wished for. I wished for like a hands-on university course or something, and that was it. I learned everything on it.
Oh well, I can't wait for you to open the Soul Lab University.
Exactly. That's when I was talking with my mom and people in our community here. It was like, but it's like a university, exactly. And obviously, I would love for it to be physical at some point. But if not now, and everything that happened obviously has brought us opportunity to do it online. So it's an online platform. It's my website, the-solab.com, where you can find it's like an umbrella for everything that I want to share. So there's
I
no
love that. And I want everybody to know that Ananda, she's 30, but she's really an entrepreneur. The way she delivers things is not like, hey, everybody, let's figure it out. No, she has structure. Maya and I, we're talking about that, the technology and everything. And it's the young women that are really that are really they are so clear and so focused, Ananda. I want to read something to you, Ananda. I just found it. I just found the thing that I read today of Emerson. It says, enthusiasm is one of the most powerful engines of success. When you do a thing, do it with all your might. Put your whole soul into it. Stamp it with your own personality. Be active, be energetic and faithful, and you will accomplish your objective. Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm.
Beautiful.
This is Ralph Waldo Emerson in collaboration with Soul Lab Ananda.
Beautiful. I love it.
I had to say that. So let me go back to Maya. Maya,
Yeah.
one question, love. How do you feel like listening to your daughter? I mean, I'm feeling it for you. I'm proud. You know, I think of Ananda as my daughter too, you know. So what is it? What do you feel about this? Of all that your daughter and you, you are an incredible mother. You are an
You would
incredible role model.
understand me more than anybody else. I
Oh,
feel full of grace. That's what I
yes.
feel. I feel
Oh,
all my being full of grace, and to listen to her is just pure divine nectar for me. So
yes.
it's and how you do that and how you met and how you felt together. I always shared my daughter with other mothers, you know. That was my generosity and the generosity of the world with me. I think we have to share our children together, not only with mothers, but with fathers, because we are universal family. And like Khalil Gibran says, our children are not our children. They are children of the universe.
Oh, wow.
And that's
And everybody, can you feel the energy here? Do you understand? And let me ask you something, girls. So how is it working together? I've been trying to do a project with my daughter. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. She's 23. She's creating her own projects and everything. But how is it working together?
I'm going
Who
to answer.
wants to go first?
I'm going direct to the point. It's like life, like real life and relationships.
Right.
It's not always easy, but we didn't expect it to be easy because we know each other for so long, because we're mother and daughter. And in our case, we're two strong personalities with similar
I
things.
love that of you both.
Yeah. We are strong, we are intense, very intense. And, you know, intense and passionate people, they have to learn to live together every day. So that's what we do. And to work together, we had some troubles in the beginnings and some challenges. We had to find a rhythm together. We have
Yes.
different rhythms during
Yes.
the day. And for me, it's a permanent, that's my university, Yvonne. That's my personal university to
Isn't
learn.
that truth?
Yes,
So you are the first client for the Soul Lab University.
absolutely, absolutely. No? I have my
I
little
love this.
university here at home, and I have my university where I work. But this university is a new age university, and it is not,
Totally.
and I have to really be focused to be so that I can enter with dignity into that university.
I love this. This is so awesome. I do want to highlight something that you share for everyone, that I think there's so many beliefs and biases of like, don't work with your family, don't work with them. You know, Sophia, you know, it's that is supporting us here in the back side of the pod. She's behind the microphone, right? I had her as a guest with her mother, and they also work and collaborate together, and they still, each of them remain their own, and they own individually, have their own business too and everything. But I think that what stops people from actually creating a rhythm, as you said, Maya, a flowing forward motion, looking for a space where you both can still be unique and still find a way to agree into moving forward. It's the biases of like, we shouldn't work with family, or it's going to be hard. That's that's in the way to make it work.
That is real spirituality for me. So you can make it in your home, you can make it in the world.
Maya, that's why we're sisters. You know, this is I'm going to say it to everyone. This is one of my favorite podcasts because it's deeply spiritual, but it's to the point.
Yes.
It's to the point. None of us is giving like the fluffy thing, but everything, happened for a reason. No. If you hear them, if you go back